Okay, we got a question from Molly from Spartan, New Jersey. I hope I said your name right. Asked if I'm tired of ramen noodles. No, I'm not. Right now, I'm really okay with anything. And my interest in food, it's kind of interesting because I'm eating less than I normally do. And I've lost a lot of weight, but I'm still interested in food, obviously. I'm not sick of ramen noodles. I was just thinking I should have brought a whole bunch more just because they're so cheap and easy to make. And actually what I do most of the time is I eat them raw, just hard. It's kind of like munching on potato chips. And then I take the flavor pack later and I will boil that up, maybe like for a hot soup or a hearty tea, I guess, right before I go to bed, because that will get me some more a little more sugar and salt and a little bit of not much nutrition, but a little more water as well. It's hard to keep drinking enough, so that's kind of a nice way to add a little bit more fluid to my system. Let's see. I've noticed some weird desires as far as foods, cravings, and whatnot. My interests are different. The other day there was a salmon, another salmon that I found down on the beach that had been half eaten by an eagle, probably. And on a side note, it's really interesting. That's in 2 weeks I've found 2 salmon. I wouldn't recommend eating that kind of stuff generally, but I guess if you were really hungry, you just sit there on the beach and wait for them to drop food to you. But I'm not really planning to do that either. But I was just kind of amazed at how sloppy these birds are. You know, if you go to the effort to kill something, you might as well eat it. I certainly would, but that's me. But anyway, I was looking at it, and I did not eat it because consciously I'm thinking that's just nasty. It did not look really good, but it smelled good to me, and my dog ate a lot of it. But I'm sitting there looking at it, thinking, all right, this is a raw dead fish that's been half eaten by a wild animal sitting on a rock out in the sun. That's not normally something that I would look at and go, boy, I'd like to sink my teeth into that. But it actually looked good yesterday, so. That's kind of weird. A little change in my perception of things. I don't remember if I've told this story yet, but the other day Wilson was chewing on a bone and she was having trouble. So I took my hatchet, and I kind of cracked it open with a rock, or on a rock, so she can get into the marrow. And it was not a fresh bone. It was kind of sitting in the sea, so it's kind of nasty, really. And this smell came up of old marrow and salt water. For whatever reason, that just smelled really good to me. It was like smelling a steak or something. And I didn't eat that either, obviously, but it's just kind of a weird, your body is thinking one thing, and cognitively I'm thinking, all right, that's disgusting, I'm not going to eat that. But there's the desire there for it, and that's kind of weird. So anyway, we'll kind of see what happens. Someone else was asking me about my decision-making process and that kind of stuff about eating. What kind of foods am I going to eat? You have kind of instinctual desires, like flavor. You want to eat something. Your body wants something, and then you have your cognitive control of what you actually do. And so I'm trying to maintain control and kind of think about what would I normally do? What would a normal person do? If a normal person would not eat something dead on the beach, I'm not going to eat something dead on the beach. It's not a really big temptation for me anyway, but I think that we're going to have more and more things like that will come up. Particularly, there's some risky things. Do I want to go down to the beach and hike in the middle of February when getting home may be a real challenge? I just need to kind of calm down, think clearly, and say, all right, would a normal, rational person want to do that? Do I really want to go hunt a bear? Is that wise? Is it, the cost-benefit, risk-benefit analysis? So anyway, that's kind of my approach. But just kind of stay calm and kind of think, what would I have done last year? Would I have thought that was rational? And kind of use that kind of as my guide. But, so far I think I'm doing pretty well and keeping things together. So, good question. Thanks.